Hi, everybody. I'm a wind-blown Melinda Gallant doing a Cape conversation in the brand new, absolutely gorgeous bandstand in Sandwich, Massachusetts. And I'm going to be talking to a very special person with this bandstand. So come along. Let's have another Cape Conversations. Hi, everybody. I'm Melinda Gallant, and I am in the most exquisite little gazebo in all of downtown Sandwich. I think maybe it's the only one, but nevertheless, it is beautiful. And I am with the esteemed maestro of the Sandwich Town Band, Jeremy, if I can get it out, Cadrin. How are you?
Very well. Very, very wonderful.
Well, welcome to Cape Conversations, and what a beautiful spot. Another perfect Cape Cod day.
What a beautiful day it is today, huh?
Yeah.
What a great setting to be in here.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Finally in our new home.
Yes.
And it came
beautiful.
out absolutely wonderful.
Yes, and they use Trex and all this fancy wood. I mean, it's great.
Well, when it was in the building process, they made several trips down here to get a look at what it would be, what it would be.
Yeah.
And I'm very glad they put some protective trim because that will cover it for years to come and hopefully keep it
absolutely.
So,
oh, it's
this
beautiful.
This is
yeah,
wonderful.
Absolutely. A little windy today.
Yeah,
Cape Cod wind coming up, blowing up. So Jeremy.
Yes.
How did you start? First of all, you're not old. You got a little gray in your hair, but you're not an old guy. You're a young guy.
43 years old.
Oh my God, you're so young. I have socks older than you. Anyway, so Jeremy, how did you get doing all this? Were you always a band nerd?
So yes, the short answer is yes. I was always a band geek.
Yeah.
I love sports, any sport, football, baseball, basketball, you name it. But I was never any good at playing them.
Gotcha.
And in the third grade, I actually started playing the violin. I grew up down the road in a spell in Hyannis. So I'm a product of the Barnstable school system.
All right. Wait, are you a Cape Codder?
I am a Cape Cod.
Oh, you were born here?
My family didn't originate here, but I originated here.
Well,
so
that makes you a Cape Codder?
That makes me a Cape Cod.
Holy smokes. I've had two in the last 2 days. You're a rare commodity.
Yeah. Well, and it was, I'm kind of one of the, what's the term, minority in my class because I actually stayed here. And I never really wanted to go anywhere else. I always felt that here was where I wanted to be.
Sure.
So in the third grade, I started with the violin.
Yeah.
And after a year of doing
Suzuki?
No, I forget what my violin was now. That was so long ago.
Yeah.
But one day, my grandfather, who frequented yard sales, he said, "Here, I have something for you," and he handed me a trumpet.
Oh.
And he said, "If you can make this thing make noise, it's yours. You can have it." So
what
I
was
said,
he thinking?
I know. Well, so then I started picking it up, and I started it made noise. I can't guarantee that it sounded like a trumpet, but it made noise. But I decided that I wanted to stick with it. Stay with it. So in the fourth grade, I started taking lessons and practicing. And I decided that I liked it so much that I actually stuck with it. And so fifth grade on, I continued to play my trumpet. And I was in when I got to high school, actually, let me back up. When I got to middle school, we had a pretty decent sized middle school band. And one of the directors of the town band, Mr. Harrigan, happened to be my 8th grade middle school band teacher. And I knew that I wanted to continue playing the trumpet throughout middle school and into high school. And one day after the school year had ended, Mr. Harrigan said, "Hey, what are you planning on doing for the summer between 8th grade and 9th grade? What are you going to do? I know you want to play, but where are you going to play?" And I said, I don't know. I said, I would love to keep playing. I just don't know where I can do that. And he said, "Well, as it turns out, I'm the director of the Sandwich Town Band, so why don't you come and sit in with a rehearsal and see if you like it, and you can go from there." And no judgment. It's just you come as you want, and if you don't like it, that's fine, but just give it a shot. And so I did. And
so you were with a bunch of older people.
Yep, it was. So the band at that time, there was very few younger people.
Yeah.
When I joined in 1998, there were, I think the lowest age person was in their 60s.
Is that right?
So I was kind of a fairly newcomer. And at that time I was 16.
Boy, that's an experience. And that's a good experience, though, for a kid.
For sure. Well, I'm an old soul. Everybody tells me that I'm an old soul. My mother passed when I was younger, and I was raised by my grandparents. both sets of grandparents, actually,
Yeah.
in addition to my father. But
Yeah.
my father was a fireman, so he had a weird
Yeah.
schedule at the
Yeah.
time, so he couldn't, when he worked,
Sure.
I had to go with them. So that's why I'm an old soul. I just grew up watching Murder, She Wrote and Matlock and Gunsmoke and all of those. But that's what made me the way I am. So I fit right in with
Oh, that's
the crowd.
great.
And I couldn't have joined a more welcoming group of people.
Oh, sure.
The gentleman who's now passed, his name was John. I sat with him in the third trumpet section, and he couldn't have been more pleased to see a young person sit next to him or play trumpet. So him and I had a blast the first year that we played. And after the season ended, I walked past Will on my way to my truck, and he said, what'd you think? And I said, man, I would love to keep doing this. If you need me to fill in, just let me know. And he looked at me and he goes, oh, no, you're in now. It's like, you played the first year, you better show up from now on. So I was like, okay. So
that was great. Now, you don't get paid to do that.
Nope, volunteer.
All
volunteer.
But see, that's another thing that's good for kids to understand.
Yeah.
How to give back, how to do service.
I was always called to a life of service.
Yeah.
From a young age. My grandfather owned a restaurant. My father was a firefighter. I had always felt a calling to a life of service from a young age, and that's why I'm a firefighter today.
Yeah.
Is
that what you do?
That's my full-time job here in town.
Is that right? Oh, my
Firefighter here in town. 12 years on the fire department here full-time.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
Well, I've done a lot of shows with your captains. So.
Oh, yeah.
And I knew him when he was a kid. So.
And my chief, too, Chief Burke. He's been wonderful, and I couldn't be more
Chief
grateful.
Burke, actually.
Well, my captains are great people, too.
Yeah.
So
They're all good.
We're all good. They're all good people. But so I always felt the need to give back, do something.
Sure.
Any class I ever took.
So how did you get to take over this band?
Good question. So Mr. Savory, Len Savory, was the director of the town band. He was a resident here in Sandwich. He's actually was the manager, director, and founder.
Yeah.
He founded the band in 1982 after seeing the Chatham band.
Right.
Which
is famous.
Which is worth. I actually play in Chatham. This year I had to take the year off due to my wife having some health stuff going on, but I intend to go back. It is like nothing you've ever seen.
No, I know. I've been there.
Felt that. He went and played, I believe, in the late 70s. And he came away from that saying, what if we had that on the Upper Cape? What could I do to get that on the Upper Cape? And so he started thinking and scheming and planning. And the original bandstand that was on this location, he solicited materials, time, donations, and it was all built for nothing.
Amazing.
No monetary value. It was all donated. So he founded it and got it started. And what he did with it was unbelievable. So he was the manager director right up until his retirement in 2016, I believe it was. And I had played right up alongside him the whole time that I was in the band. And one day he turned to me and said, I need somebody. I'm retiring. I need somebody to take over the band. And I couldn't think of a better person than you. And I said, well,
were you the
be
first
careful what you
player?
I worked my way up from third to second chair right next to Len, which was a privilege.
Oh, that's right.
In
He was a trumpet player, or is still
a trumpet player. More directing now than I play, but so he said I couldn't think of a better person to leave the band with.
Oh my
I
God.
said, well, be careful what you wish for, jokingly, and so I said wholeheartedly, yes, whatever I need to do to keep this going, because this has brought me something.
And what year was that?
That was 2015, 2016.
Oh, and then COVID hit.
And then COVID. So we played right up until our 2019 season. So at that time in 2016, I became the manager.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 2019, I took over the directorship, which is actually conducting and so on. Then COVID hit, which was actually kind of a good thing, as weird as that sounds, because right about that time, we discovered that the former bandstand was falling apart.
Right.
The weather had just been merciless to it. And actually, several of the back supports back here had rotted through and the roof had twisted.
Yay.
And all it was going to take was one good nor'easter for that puppy to come flying down. So in hand with COVID, it was the right thing to say, we have to put this on hold.
Yep.
As did every other town band on the Cape. And I mean, you guys know what we went through
Yeah.
in COVID. I mean, it was just
Yeah.
like nothing you've ever seen.
Right.
But it gave us time to think about where the future is going to be, what
Right.
we want for the
Yeah.
band for the future. And we started meeting again in 2022, I believe. Once we kind of found out that COVID was nearing the end,
Right.
we started meeting again, and we had rehearsals, and it was wonderful because everybody that was in the band
Came
before
back.
COVID came back, and it was really great to have everybody back. You know,
Right.
as a director or a manager of anything, you're like, geez, you know, are we going to lose people,
Right.
or
Right.
is the audience going to?
Well, and they are older, so you never know.
You never know. Are they going to pass away? Like,
Yeah.
how are they going to handle COVID?
Right.
You know, are they going to be sick? What?
Right.
How are we going
Right.
to? So,
Right.
and so I
Or
went
they
on.
could get hit by a truck, I suppose.
Right. Exactly. You never know in today's era. But everybody came back, returned, and it was wonderful to have them
That's
come back and see all the faces that I.
Where do you rehearse?
We rehearse at the Oak Ridge School in the band room.
Yeah.
The school's been wonderful about letting us
that's
rehearse in there. So we meet there, and then we come over here for our Thursday night concerts.
Yeah.
So we got everybody back together, 2022, and then
The boys in the band came back.
The boys in the band came back.
Boys and women, I suppose.
Men and women.
Yeah.
We came back. And so then it was, where are we going to perform? And at that time, the concrete pad wasn't here.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, well, why don't we explore some different locations in town just to kind of see what, in the event that if we needed the new bands to be somewhere else, we'd already have that in our heads, and we can say, hey, we tried this place and this is a great place. Sure. So through some wonderful partnerships with the library, we were able to perform on their lawn, which was wonderful because people from downtown would come out, and walk their dogs, or take an evening stroll, or come out of the Daniel Webster, and they would say, hey, you know, there's a band over there. And a lot of people didn't know they had a town band.
Right.
So it was a good publicity thing for us to say,
right on,
we're here.
Street.
Hey, like, you know, yes, you do have a town band, and it's, come and sit for a minute.
Well, who built this?
So this bandstand here was designed by the town, and the kids at the Upper Cape Vocational School actually cut and measured all of the pieces for this bandstand, and then they were transported here where a private contractor assembled them.
Oh, great.
But the kids from the vocational school had a hand in building this, and they did a marvelous job.
Oh, they did. It's beautiful.
You know, I think trades are important, and keeping that alive is super. So, and they did a phenomenal job on this. So
it is, for sure.
Oh, it's
now you have, when do you start your first big concert?
First concert is Thursday, July 2nd,
At,
7 p.m.
Isn't it here?
Here.
But you have one before
We have one before that, the evening before, July 1st.
Yep.
From 6 to 8 p.m. We're back at the library.
Right.
For the 250th celebration.
It's so exciting.
Oh, this is wonderful. When the town, I was floored when they reached out and said, we would like you to be
the band,
you know, the attraction band for, and I said, we are in. I don't care what we have to do. We're in. So I've got the logistics all worked out. Been to the meetings for that. For the
that's
250th
great.
community or committee. And we've got that nailed down. So
that's great.
I don't know of any other town that's doing any celebrations as big as what Sandwich sounds like they're going to do.
Oh my God. We're almost the oldest town in the country.
Well, you have to. You have to do something. You know, to beef that up.
Right.
So what I did was I reached out to all the other town bands on the Cape, and I said, if anybody wants to come and just sit with and play with us, please do.
Come to the rehearsal.
Come to the rehearsals. Come to the concert. So I actually have several members from other bands that would be helping us.
That's
I just wanted it to be.
Well, and, you know, there's a sense of community between band members.
Exactly.
And it brings the communities together.
It brings us all together.
Which is terrific.
The music family on Cape Cod is actually smaller than you think. A lot of my members play in other bands.
Oh, sure.
I play down in Chatham. Sue Proto, who's our first flute, she plays in the Cape Cod concert band.
Yeah.
Rachel, my trombone player's in the concert band. Mark Carmichael, you know, and Mark played in the Moonlighters. There's several other bands too. You know, community Mattapoisett town band. My alto sax, one of my alto sax players plays in Mattapoisett. So
who would even think Mattapoisett would have a town band?
Well, the town band and Cape Cod go hand in hand. Believe it or not, that the town band as you know it today goes back to Chatham in 1932 when they decided we're going to have a band. We want to have a band, and what do we want that to look like? And Chatham kind of set the tone for everybody that came after.
Sure.
So they set this band is actually modeled after Chatham. That's what Len prided it on, a modeled after Chatham. But you will find bands in Falmouth, of course, here in Sandwich, Barnstable, Harwich, Brewster,
Oh my gosh.
and Chatham.
So you could make a whole week of going to town band.
You could actually hit one band almost every night of the week. The only night of the week that I'm not aware of that somebody plays is Monday.
Is that right?
So Sunday, Brewster, Tuesday, Harwich, Wednesday, Barnstable, Thursday, Falmouth and Sandwich, and Friday in Chatham.
That's great.
So it's you could essentially come here for a week vacation and hit
town bands.
One town band every day of the week.
Oh my God. If you are a town band or just a band person, there's a difference between an orchestra and a band.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, for sure.
So what kind of music do you play? If I just was dropped here from another planet, what would I hear?
All kinds of things. We're heavy into the John Philip Sousa marches.
Of course.
There's nothing more stirring than a John Philip Sousa march.
Right.
To be around in his era in the 1880s and 1890s must have been one of the most amazing things to witness.
Yeah.
So a lot of John Philip Sousa, a lot of marches. We also do a lot of show tunes. This year we're doing highlights from West Side Story.
Oh, nice.
The Music Man, Camelot, some Disney tunes. We have highlights from Mary Poppins.
Oh, that's true.
We're doing some other kid-related things. So, one thing about the band we've always prided ourselves on was we would do a child march around with the flags. They wave their flags and they march.
That's wonderful.
And then we're also known for the bunny hop and what we call the Mickey Mouse double reversing march. So we play the theme to Mickey Mouse, and the kids will start out in one direction.
Yeah.
And then the music will stop, turn around in the other direction, then we'll stop, and then they'll turn around and go the other way. And we try to confuse them, but they're good. They're professionals. You can't fool them.
You can't fool them.
Can't fool the kids. They know what they're doing when it comes to.
That's true.
So everything, a little bit of everything. There's a song for everyone.
Oh, that's terrific.
And I really try to pick a good selection of music every year. And I want it to be one of those things where somebody will sit and, I haven't heard this song in a while, or there's a song for every mood.
Right. Do people sing along?
They do. We encourage them to.
Not to say patriotic songs.
Yeah, not as much as I would like them to, but they're welcome to.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just want to sit and absorb.
You don't have a singer with the band, right?
No. Well, except for Jean Prendergast, who'll be singing with us
at
July
July
1st. Yeah, but no, we don't have a singer or any group that sings with us. It's all instrumental.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, but they're welcome. I mean, one of the traditions that we have held to is we end every concert with God Bless America as our ending theme. And we absolutely welcome the audience to sing with us.
Oh, that's terrific.
During that.
That's great.
It's wonderful. It's something about it gets you.
Oh,
when you hear the audience, the flag, the sunset.
Well, it's all about the Americana, isn't it?
No, we have something here on Cape Cod that no one else.
Well, it's the canal that separates us from everybody else.
It's a wonderful.
It's our moat.
It's right. It's our own little island that we call home. And we have some of the most beautiful sunsets in the country.
Oh, absolutely.
Beaches, so you come here and you experience that.
So if I want to come, okay, I bring a chair or a blanket.
You'll need a chair or a blanket. Please bring a picnic dinner or a pizza dinner.
And you start at what time?
7 p.m.
At 7 o'clock. So
Thursday evening.
Come in a little bit early because it's going to get crowded.
A little bit early. We're hoping that we're going to get a good crowd this year after the publicity that we've been getting and for after this, for sure, which we are grateful to be part of. But anywhere out here in the field.
And bug spray.
And bug spray. Thank you. Yes. That's.
Does the town places... Everybody sprays for mosquitoes.
I think they do. I'm not aware of.
Sure they must.
I'm sure they do. No one's ever told me whether they do or not.
We should look into that with the DPW and say, I hope you're spraying for the town band.
Wouldn't be a bad idea. But bug spray, a long sleeve shirt, just for the cooler nights, when you get a wind like this, it's a little cool. A blanket, a chair, food, picnic, ice cream. You just bring yourselves.
Yeah.
And your joy and your love for music. And you will not walk away disappointed.
Well, it sounds wonderful. And how many members are in the band?
This year, we're about 25 members strong. And that ebbs and flows each year.
Yeah.
We have people that, that come, and I have a few summer people that come and sit in. So the number goes up and down. But this year, we're about 25 strong. Good combination of instrumentation. So it should be
great.
A wonderful season.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's always so heartening, right? In these times when we all seem divided and I'm not talking about politics. I'm just talking about in general. I want this, you want that. We can't seem to agree on anything. But this we can agree on.
This is something you can all agree on.
Right. Beautiful
like
music
I said,
under the stars.
Exactly. Like I said a few minutes ago, there is a song for every mood. Happy, sad, angry, melancholy. And one reason why I stay with the directing is the band will hit a phrase or a note the right way.
Right.
And you feel it and you say, man, that got to me. It made me happy. It reminded me of that time when I was blue, or it's
sure.
just, there's a song for every mood. And it's the universal language. It's something that we can all agree on.
Did you, who do you emulate yourself after for conducting? I used to go 100 years ago. I used to be at the Cape Cod Mall, and the first time ever they played at the Cape Cod Mall was when they did a reopening, which, believe it or not, they had a reopening way back when I was there. And Royston Nash, and I loved Royston, who's passed. I love Royston dearly, but he was a real, I'm playing in a mall,
We are playing in a mall. This is the song.
Well, then I brought him to a parking lot in Mashpee Commons, and that really blew his mind.
Like we are in a parking lot.
Yes, under a big tent.
Oh, I've never equated myself to anyone.
But how do you know how to do it?
Believe it or not, I made a lot of it up, or I didn't make it up, but Tommy Yonko, who's the director of Harwich and Chatham, played with me in our band on trombone, and I played in Chatham, he played here, and then we switched roles. On Thursdays I directed Sandwich, and on Fridays he directs Chatham. But when you go down there to Chatham, if you want somebody to model yourself after,
it'd be him.
It would be him. They don't just put on a concert. He doesn't just speak the words. He takes you on a musical journey. And to see how the people react to him, that's what I try to emulate in my concerts. I want it to be relaxed. I want it to be something fun, but I also want it to be something educational, because when was the last time you heard a song? Who sung that?
Right.
What year was that written?
Right.
I might want to download that song. Who wrote that?
Right.
So and we try to include all of that so that it not only gives you something to enjoy by listening to it, but an education as to where the music came from, how it affected our culture.
Sure.
And so if I had to model myself after anybody, it would be him.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And I encourage you.
I hope he sees the show. He'll be quite.
I hope so. Well, I have learned a great deal from him, and he's been and several of the members of the band too are my go-to people.
Sure.
What do I do about this? What do I do about that? How do you word? I called Tommy one time when I was trying to figure out my little entry.
Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tommy. How do you do this? How do I word this?
And it's kind of, you're in the round here.
Yeah.
Even though the band is this way.
Yep.
And you say this is the front.
Right.
So you really, though, you kind of have to
maneuver. You have to be attentive to everybody in every space.
Right.
And so I try to pick some area to start, then I move around. I want to make everybody feel included.
Oh, sure.
So I try to
they're not the back of the bus.
They're not sitting way back over here just looking from over here. I want them to feel involved, and that's why we invite people to sing and come up and march, and we want them to be involved. Famous people, I guess I would say I would love to try to be something like Keith Lockhart of the Boston Pops, or John Williams. He is just one of the great music
I know.
composers.
You was fun about watching John Williams. Of course, now he's quite elderly, but he's still. I know, but he's still writing theme songs and winning awards. But it was interesting because we went to see him with the Pops many times, actually, a long time ago. He would barely move. It was just. He was elegant. It was
the discipline, the elegance.
Yeah,
and when you watch those people, us, Tommy, me, you'll have to forgive me for who directs the Barnstable Band. It escapes me, but Tom Borning and Falmouth. When you there is a style for every type of music. Marches, it's very prim and proper. You think back to John Philip Sousa and that it was very proper.
It was what,
1800s. That's when they were actually physically marching up and down streets, playing. So there was a military feel to it. But then when you get into the the slower songs,
Yeah.
the show tunes. You put a little finesse.
Yeah.
And so when you watch John Williams, like if you were to watch him when he directs the Star Wars theme, it's very, because that's the way the
Especially
song is written.
military part of it.
Exactly,
March.
the very military march part of it. But then when you get into a softer part, he'll add a little bit of elegance in how he conducts, and because it captures you, it moves you, and it gets.
So you let the music take you.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
And I try to it gets to me, and I hope it gets to the audience, and that's where you'll see the
great.
flowing, and it helps the musicians actually perform.
That's terrific. Well, I'm excited. The first and the second.
First and the second.
Second is here. The first is on the library lawn for the celebration of the 250th.
250th.
And we are going to have a good time.
It's going to be fantastic. We're going to do a little
I'm
dedication.
Get my chair there early.
Yes, you might want to get your chair there early because I'm hearing that a lot of publicity's gone out over it. So I'm assuming there's going to be a good crowd.
Yeah.
So get down there early, put your chair. Do like they do in Chatham on Friday nights. Come down, put your blanket down first thing in the morning, and then, this is my spot, and no one else is taking it. So I'm hoping that will be the case.
Great.
It sounds like it's going to be one. We're going to do a little dedication for our first concert, just to announce our new home.
To consecrate the place.
To consecrate it and to thank some of our supporters for
that's great.
the work they have done.
That's great. Well, you are a delight. I want to do it again with this.
Please, yes.
I need to work. I need to get a trumpet and work on my embouchure.
Yes. Oh, and if I may throw out too, we are always accepting new musicians.
Excellent.
So if anyone out there wants to play in a band, or your music instrument has been sitting in the closet for a while and it's calling your name, pick it up. Get on our Facebook page, email me directly at sandwichtownband@gmail.com, and we will. There's no auditions, there's no application process. You just come
join us, have fun.
Have some fun.
Isn't that what life's about?
Laugh, have some fun.
That's excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much,
thank
Jeremy.
you for having
me.
Lovely
to meet you.
Wonderful to meet you as well.
And you'll see me.
I hope so.
You will. I'll be in the audience.
See all of you out there too.
I might be marching with the kids.
I hope so. Good.
Thanks again.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh, Jeremy Cadrin. Is he not the best band director you could ever get for a town band? Oh, he's vivacious and he knows so much about music. And oh my gosh, on the side, he's a firefighter. That's pretty cool, I think. So he's delightful, and I encourage you to come to their first concert on July 2nd here in this bandstand, and on July 1st, see him on the library lawn for a very special 250th event. So thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you next time on another Cape Conversation.